Man, I can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah, I was invited over to Marshall. That's crazy. Howdy everybody, welcome back to Sunday Coffee, Guitars and Tones. Today I don't have a coffee, I don't have a guitar. Yeah, but I have tones. Yes. My Marshall Origin amp, which I have modified so much, and this is just a crazy cool amp now. Anyways, you guys might have seen my little tour video of the Marshall factory. I was very, very kindly invited to Artist Day over at Marshall HQ. Man, I can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah, I was invited over to Marshall. That's crazy. Anyways, I went, obviously. That decision took like a nanosecond to make. And what an amazing day. And a lot of you enjoyed that video a lot. And thank you so much for all the comments. If you haven't seen that video, then I will link it somewhere up here or in the video description. And you guys can go and check it out. It's the last video that I've done. But wow, what an awesome, awesome day. I have to say another huge thank you to Kevin and also Cam and all of the team over at Marshall for inviting me over and giving me the tour and stuff. And it was great just hanging out with people there. The people who work at Marshall, totally lovely, lovely people, absolute sweethearts. The other people I met there, the other YouTubers, and also some of the artists as well who I got chatting to. Man, that was so cool. A couple of times people were like, hey, what band you in? And I was like, I'm not in a band right now. Which is kind of embarrassing, really, to be honest. I was like, I really should be in a band. All these like professional musicians, these artists, they're looking at me and they're like, hey, you're in a band, right? You have to be in a band. There was even a guy who owned a record company over in the Caribbean, and I got chatting to him. He was a really nice guy, and I was walking into the studio at Marshall. It's just at the back. And I'm walking over, and he's like, hey, man, what band you in? He said, you look like you should be in a band. No, I guess, you know, the way I dress and the way I look and stuff. I should be in a big band, right? Maybe one day. But today, what I thought I would do is not chat too much because I don't have a coffee. I have a bit of a sugar buzz at the moment, to be honest, because I had an iced mocha when I went for my walk earlier, and I'd asked them to put a little bit of like caramel syrup in. They put a little too much, and by the time I got home, it was kind of like... I had my buzz on, dude. I had a sugar buzz. It was a decaf as well. And yeah, I figured, you know what? I shouldn't have any more coffee, even if it's decaf, because it will probably freak me out. But anyways, what I thought I would do is to show you the footage of the full tour, the factory tour. I didn't put it on the main video because I wanted to talk you through what Artist Day was and stuff. And by the way, just to answer a couple of questions which people had, Artist Day is actually by private invite only for Marshall artists and content creators and people who are associated with the company. But there is a day afterwards, which is a public day. So you guys can check that out on the Marshall website, I think, or by contacting Marshall or on their socials as well. So there is a possibility to go and hang out at Marshall. Only happens once a year. Apparently people fly out from around the world to go to this day. So sooner rather than later, that would be my advice. But man, I loved it. So I'm not going to talk anymore. You know, guys, I do love my Marshall amps, especially the two that I have. If you haven't seen the track that I did for that video, man, check that out. That was a fun time. Yeah, literally, it was just all out. Just turn everything to 10 and rock out. Anyways, enjoy this. I hope you enjoy watching it. It brings back memories of the tour, and man, I want to go back really, really soon. All right, have a great Sunday and enjoy the tour, and I'll see you next week with a few videos as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Today, I'm at the home of loud, Marshall. I've got a quick car so we can make a quick getaway jump. Yeah.
You're so fine, don't worry.
Not like before when there was that waiting list.
So here's a question for you. If you could only have one Marshall, which one would it be?
Probably like a JVM or something. I really like the JVM. Apparently there's not one here today, but I really like them.
They're really good.
I
Good
think
amps.
they're great without a boost. They sound kind of like like when I played them last, it was like a PV5150 bass, but like in a Marshall. I really like it. Like even the orange channel was like.
Howdy folks, today I am at the home of Loud, Marshall Amps factory. We're going to have a tour of the factory and also I'm going to play through a bunch of amps as well. Down here there are some very cool amps. This is the modded series, the 59 at the top there and the JCM 800 there as well. A bunch of cool people here as well and Wolf amps back. This is like the best toy store on the planet. I've got my guitar with me, so yeah, I'm gonna plug in and have some fun here. And nice wall of Marshalls there. This here is apparently Serge Tarkin's Mode 4. That is damn cool. And the JVM, which is over here, apparently that used to belong to Joe Satriani, or still does, I don't know. Joe Satriani's amp. That is awesome. This place just has some incredibly cool stuff. One more thing I want to show you. This piano here used to belong to George Michael. And back there, there is a studio which I will show you in a little while as well.
Anything is if they've got anything on the production, got invited in to convert this theatre space into a £9 million studio complex. So it's just basically because Jim loved ballroom dancing, so he had like a ballroom dancing place and then like shower, things like that. And then for a long time we used it for artist content. But this is our reception and upstairs is our museum area now. But to start you from the beginning, obviously 62 Marshall was founded in Hanwell, and then this side became there when we moved 5 years later in 66 and 68 here. That's where our production started. And then in 84, Jim bought that separate business and it all became the building that you see today. So we'll have a quick look upstairs. Some of the stuff's already out, but we'll show you some of the museum and the key pieces.
I guess we can pop back over later and get some. Absolutely. You get to see the spine on this side.
So, to start you off fully at number 1. So that's it. That's one of the first Marshall amps. That's actually 1.6. Because it took them 6 goes to get the sound right. But yeah, that's one of the first ones that came from the original factory. Another one which we have, which we've just taken delivery of not too long ago, in that cabinet there, that JTM with the original coffin logo, that was Dudley Craven's personal one that he had from the shop. He had that under his bed for years, and then he found it, put it on eBay, and as auction, it went up to £300,000. In the end, he took it down and he put it in, gave it to his son, and his son gave it to us for safekeeping here. So that's worth £300,000 plus. So
We don't know the value of a lot of this stuff.
a lot of the stuff we don't.
Which means that one's essentially priceless.
We've had blank checks written for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So But so all this side here is anniversary series, but all this side is artists. So you've got your JVM Dave Mustaine. Dave actually came in, you can see that photo there, and actually signed a lot of the cabs and heads.
That's my wedding stack.
Sorry, people didn't realise that you signed a lot of people were taking the backs off, weren't they, to see they had like a sign.
I didn't actually realise, so I never did. So
I mean, you still have the cab, aren't you?
no, I sold it for 350 quid. I need to keep that.
Oh wow.
Oh dear.
It's very difficult. I thought being working here, I'd just get it remade. And they were like, no, the Tolex is spent now.
Yeah. So then we've also got all of the Slash amps. Slash is one of the only artists of us to have free signature amps. So obviously you've got the JCM Slash and the AFD, and then you've got the combo versions of that here as well. So, and then all these other bits down here. So you've got Yugi Malmsteen, got Kerry King, Joe Satriani. So that JVM is slightly different because it has a built-in noise gate, so that's why it's signature. Then you've got an original Blues Breaker and the reissue Blues Breaker. That's Clapton. The Randy Rhodes was normally here, but that's in the studio. And that is a 2005 reissue Jimi Hendrix stack. So that was the one, and the size of it, which would have been at Woodstock in '67.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's 100 JCM 45.
Oh.
So, and then you've got the Sex Pistols. That's the one that Steve Jones used on tour. That's a.
We're all right to film that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw it. And I didn't want that.
That's a copy of Meet and Pete from Billy Joe Armstrong. His 100 watt super leads, and then we've got a unreleased Jeff Beck signature for JVM 30.
Oh wow.
So it never went to production, which is
It's basically a Plexi that's rated at 30 watts, so it could break up earlier.
and it's got a dry and wet loop on it. So, and then but underneath that, that's the amp that he used to play the national anthem at Wembley Stadium. So that's the one he signed and gave back to Jim.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I still get quite. I still miss that man.
Yeah, it's great. And all the other pieces here, we actually got one of his guitars there. That's the
Yes,
guitar he signed.
yeah.
So, and then we've got all of the Lemmy stuff. We've got the Mars War ones. We've got the ones that Corey Taylor used, because Corey used Marshall, so it's Jason, the one that he used. Lemmy stack. And then all of this here is our collection of guitars that have been given to us over the years by different artists. So you've got Phil Campbell, Lemmy, Slash.
Just lost him.
I know. And then Zach Wilde, Jeff Beck, Angus Young, Jay Massis, and the Spinal Tap guitar.
There it is.
Yeah, if you turn around.
Oh, is it?
Oh, the one that goes to 11.
That's the one.
Oh, right.
Is that the one that was actually in the film?
Not too sure on that one.
This was used for promo, I think, for the second one. Yeah.
No, so that one, we didn't use that one on stage, we used a copy of some. That one, though, I believe was used on stage for their reunite at Glastonbury 2005.
I was with the guys from No Lives recently, and they had the 900, which was the Glastonbury one as well.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Joe let them have the Glastonbury one. They went into Infinity with that.
Yeah.
We used that one in the video.
Yeah.
It is, but we. I thought it was.
Oh wow. That's like a snakeskin white Tolex.
Who's JMP? Not sure.
That's really cool.
That is really cool. That is. Yeah, I like that. I like things like that.
John, here's a question for you. If you could have just one Marshall amp, which one would it be?
I love my old 800 head.
Oh, nice.
And I should not have sold it, but I did because I was an idiot.
Bullseye. I want the bullseye.
I'll distract him. You run.
Yeah, distract me and we'll go grab it.
Aren't thinking that as well, does still run.
Not recently, but last year we had it out in the. I'm not. I've heard it, but I'm not playing through it. No, I'm too scared. If I break it, then.
What's the first thing you play?
No, actually, that's a good question.
Like Rain and Blood or something?
Angel of Death.
Goes to your head.
Yeah, just throw an SD in it. Just start playing Bleed from the sugar or something.
So we say that's 20.
Unnecessary
25
content.
anniversary.
What's that red one?
That's again, there's so many random products. Yeah, 1x12.
So it is to keep them safe.
There's so many random things like the knobs as well. That's no, that's literally who's the guy who just put in the that was another brand. You had the Marshall, then you had Park, then you had
Knob, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Park went to be owned by Highwatt, because I've obviously seen the guitar show, they've got Park as well. And then Knob was another offshoot done by the Rose Morris company that had the old distribution. So Rose Morris.
Was that like Midge as well or something? Or that was the one as well.
I don't know if that was one of ours. But yeah, and what I was just saying to these guys as well, all of this stuff here is the anniversary. So you got the 30th anniversary Vintage Modern, the Silver Jubilee, and then all of the stuff that with tags on is actually owned by people, not owned by us. So they've given it back to us to keep for safe, because it obviously means that certain amps have a high cost on it, and it's
I love the fact that someone's donated an AV2.
My first proper
bang on.
amp.
Yeah, my first proper amp. I gifted it to my brother at a cheap price, and he's just resold it. I had it third hand, and it's a banging amp.
Yeah, great thing.
I know.
It's got acoustic simulators and everything in it.
Exactly, and they're not particularly loud, but because of the solid state technology.
Yeah.
But because of all the
This was my
looks and-
first amp, and this was every school in Somerset had those.
Valve state.
Yeah, absolute blind.
Still use one in one of my schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something about the valve state? So there's one in the studio that Ollie owns, and that same valve state, not the one, but I can't remember the model. But that model did Bleed Bum and Sugar, but also did the first American football record.
Really?
So two different ends of the spectrum. So we spoke when I can't remember the drummer's name, bless him. Anyway, the drummer of American football, Steve Lamos. He's on the towel, and he came in and he's like, oh yeah, that amp did first.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
so it did Bleed and that, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
So yeah, anyway, so there's a bit more guitar in here. This is the 50th anniversary Marshall bike. We had this for Wembley, and we've got a little MS2 attachment. And we've got the book of the 50th anniversary show at Wembley, and then lots of other guitars.
That is
sound.
cool. I mean, in its natural form, what is it? Oh, we've got three switches.
Polarity switch.
Ah.
You've got the Jimmy Jackson, and in the corner there,
No, it doesn't say.
that is from iPads from Marilyn Manson's.
Now this has got to be old. Is it ply? No, it is still ply. It is still ply. It almost didn't look like it. But...
It's an interesting looking part down there as well.
Yeah, the part stuff.
Yeah, it's got a second volume and second input on it.
Yeah, I don't know what the SP is for that one. Silver Jubilee. I wonder when they come back. Yeah, I love the bike.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You have to have one of those on there.
Oh yeah. Who needs a stereo?
I have one of those which is signed by Jim Marshall actually. Oh, Marshall 200.
Oh, 200 watt, I suppose.
Yeah. It's really simple as well. Just treble bass, master.
PA by Marshall. God, now that is a move. That is very Master Actually, I still got some of them.
So basically anyone that's innovating in guitar
Yeah. Well, I think it should be like this. So, yeah. Cool.
Which way now?
Go downstairs and we go for engineering.
Just saw a video on those, the DRP1. Yeah, it was a direct recording device.
Yeah, the New Zealand house.
Where you can sell back your old tech.
Now this is the coolest phone box on the planet.
where we do all the sheet and steel metal work. So all the chassis cuttings are done off site that you see here, but it starts out on a big sheet of metal like that for the chassis, then it's punched out with those machine there, and then it's all curled around. So you start out with this. That's what an amp starts out in life is. Then it's bent round, and you can pick it up, you can feel it. It is bloody heavy.
Yeah, man.
And then it's taken off site, it's coated, and then it comes back, and then all the electronic hardware starts going into it. So the punch machine has 42 heads, back gills, and 30 inches per sheet. So it's 15 minutes
a
per
relatively
sheet.
small operation as well. For the fact that everyone around the world has a Marshall, like somewhere in their
Yeah.
arsenal, it's ridiculous.
And it takes 15 minutes per sheet.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, but we do all of the sheet metal work for every head that comes out in the UK here. So this one is going to be for, you can see, more than likely a Silver Jubilee.
Yeah, there's a JVM down there.
There's a JVM down there. And then there's all that looks like an old 800. And then obviously you've got the 800 studio as well.
Nice.
So, and then the panel, the gold panel, that's shipped in, that's printed on and then put it out here. So yeah. And obviously this is the warehouse side where everything gets shipped out afterwards.
And those are all just completed units waiting to be shipped?
Yeah. It's including like the stock from our Vietnam factory as well. So you can see over there the Origin 20s,
Yeah.
for example, and the Origin 50s. So we have a factory in Vietnam, which is owned by the brand. It's not outside sourced. So everything that's made there, so the DSLs and the Origin range are all made there, and then they're shipped back here.
Yeah.
And we then, order fulfillment for the rest of the UK.
Brilliant.
So this is what the link building is used to be going through it, and that's in the two businesses. So reception's there, and this is the link building that goes through it. I'm not supposed to show you this here now, but I will because no, I can't.
Do you not want that one? You're right. There'll be no talking. I'm just going to put some music over it.
So this here, you can film this and hear it. This is final test. So this is where every amp gets tested and put out. So it all goes off the belt into the warehouse we packed and then sent across the world.
This is like a production line.
Yeah, this is the end of production, this bit here. So you can see in there's the belt, and someone sits in there all day to play guitars, check all the EQs and all the products and all the cabs, and it gets put on the belt and it goes back through. Any issues, it will go back to a certain department.
Oh yeah. There is a certain smell about this place as well, which gives me the fear, because it smells like a hot amp. So
Yeah.
like something broken. Like the smell of hot amp. What's wrong with something?
It's the solder from electronics, that's what it is.
It's giving me the fear a bit now.
What's this thing? Transport trolley. The thing is, we make stuff useful, not stuff that we make.
Yeah.
Just move stuff around.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Why not?
That's me copying about
Like
two
the podiums you see in like all the guitar shops, they are just made with the same materials, the same Tolex, the same logoing as the amps are. Because why wouldn't you? It's all being made by the same people.
I just bought some.
We had to, yeah. We had to show it.
You're still alive. John Sponson. All these amps are really nice. It's such a strange thing that they are sat in a link building.
The body was quite a bit now.
The JVM one, I tried to buy one on eBay. They're at 800, nearly 900.
So this is the start of electronics. This is I love this one. So this is our little hand-wired section. So it takes 2 hours to get board, but then 6 hours to configure a pulse wire. Yeah. Someone has sat there doing that. So, yeah.
Is that 6 hours from actually populating the board, wiring it all up and
So
everything?
about 2 hours to populate the board and
Cool.
6 hours to fully wire it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, cool. Do you guys want to move on now? Did you hear what I said?
What was that? No.
Oh, this is the hand wired section.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is the...
Yeah. I have to assume that all the answers.
Oh, have you?
Feel your skin on mine. Beautiful. Thank you. It's not about me, man. I know it's not the sticker said that assembled by the phone. There.
So that's how it ends. So this is how the whole chassis has been done. So this is, yeah. So assembled by the certain person. That's a 1959 mod shop, and that's a 2203. And then so this is what it all looks like at the end of it. And you can see just underneath it, bloody heavy. But there you go.
Oh, very cool.
Neve was telling us there was a guy who turned up for a tour and then that's the guy who made his house. He had a photo of him.
Yeah, it's really
He's like crying.
Oh, that's so.
might be a bit of a stretch to do in the same year. But we'll see. I mean, the thing about where we're moving to Lincolnshire is that it's I mean, yeah, right? So this is the whole job lot studio for sale. All chapel studio. So this is next door. We're made by that's fine.
This has been so awesome, just hanging out here with a bunch of people and playing a load of really, really cool amps and just seeing all of the different amps that they have. Man, this place is, it's heaven for any guitar player. This is Marshall. You know what, I'm looking forward to actually getting a couple of these amps on the channel and showing you guys what they're capable of doing. Yeah, there's some stuff in the works. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit more of a play and then head out. But man, this is the coolest toy store on the planet. Marshall amplification, guys. It's just so awesome. And check out this stage, by the way. How cool is that? And this is actually the live room to the studio, which is over there. And yeah, the studio is just great. The studio actually has a Neve desk in there, and there are only 4 of them in the world, which is super, super awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna go and have a little bit more of a play and then yeah, wrap up for the day. But this is Marshall amps. Very, very cool.